One of the most frequent questions that people ask about this story is, well, why haven't we heard it before? You know, and it's one of the questions that I really grapple with, because I think there are a lot of obvious answers and some that aren't as obvious. You know, and I think one of the things is that history takes its own path. You know, it takes a lot of time, sometime, for us to have enough distance to say, oh, well, that woman was doing something that we should consider history. You know, when in the moment, like if you ask Katherine Johnson and these other women, well, did you feel you were making history? And they said, well, we were doing our jobs. You know, we did it really well, but there wasn't that sort of ability to look at themselves during that time and see themselves as people making history. So, you know, I think maybe the thing that we can do, you know, understanding that sometimes it does take time to create that thing that we call history, maybe what the best thing to do is to see the people around us as much as possible as we can, you know. So obviously the issue of inclusion in science fields is top of mind, you know, in 2016, but it was top of mind in, you know, 1976 and 1966. You know, I'd see these memos in these dusty old NASA archive boxes, and they could have been written today. You know, it's amazing how these things persist. But I think that if we see the people who are actually in these fields now, you know, we want the numbers to go up and to be more, I guess, reflective of the general population. But at the same time, there are women doing science. There are African Americans doing science, you know, and for some reason, we still don't see them, even though they're there. So I think if we could start to see the people who are actually in these fields, and sort of expand our own idea of who might be a scientist, because those people are scientists too, or mathematicians or engineers, then, you know, that might be a good first step.